is George Sedano time on our favorite game, the rating game. George, we're going to start quickly with the Lakers, of course, with them acquiring Russell Westbrook here. Now they're the favorites to win the finals next season. Is that overrated, underrated, or properly rated?
I would say slightly overrated because I still think Brooklyn is going to be the betting favorite and is the betting favorite in most of the sports books around the country. But I think the Lakers are going to be the favorite in the Western Conference. Look, it's a little bit of a strange fit because ideally what you want around LeBron are guys that can shoot the ball and help space. Russ does not do that. But this isn't foreign to LeBron. And again, I'm not comparing Russell Westbrook to Dwayne Wade, but LeBron played with a guy in Dwayne Wade a long time ago now, if you think about it, between 2010 and 2014, who also wasn't a traditional spacer, right? Like he wasn't a great three-point shooter. Neither is Russ. I think that having David Fizdale as the assistant coach on this team, who was on Eric Spoelstra's staff, who's obviously familiar with LeBron from those days, I think maybe he can be leaned on a little bit to perhaps take something out of that old Eric Spoelstra Miami Heat playbook to have LeBron and Westbrook coalesce a little bit and, create some chemistry. I do think him and Anthony Davis would be great together. And I do think this forces Anthony Davis to perhaps play center even more than he already does. So I think they're the favorites of the West, but just slightly overrated as far as the favorites overall.
I'm sure that Russell Westbrook ad has everything to do with LeBron being off the floor as well. Let's move over to the East,
Sure.
George. Giannis Antetokounmpo signs that big extension, takes away the mystery of him leaving Milwaukee, messes around, wins an NBA Finals without creating the super team. His words, not ours, but over, under, properly rated. That was the best possible thing to happen for the NBA.
Real quick, just to add to your anecdote, which you're 100% right about, Trevor, when LeBron was on the floor last season, the Lakers had the number 2 overall offense. When LeBron was off the floor, number 28 in the NBA. So you hit that nail on the head. Now, I'll get to your Giannis question, which I would say underrated, because I feel like if you look around the league, having Milwaukee do it with two-time MVP and then 2 guys that you would consider all-star caliber players, but not superstar caliber players, along with some depth, which Milwaukee has had for a number of years. Now they've changed it up, certainly this past season when they ended up winning the championship, but they've always had a pretty quality bench to rely upon as well. I think that in sports, it's a copycat league, and there are going to be teams that look at that particular model and say to themselves, maybe that's the route we need to go. The more all-star caliber players we can put together as opposed to maybe superstars, that could be beneficial for us, perhaps come playoff time. So I do think because of that and because of the small market aspect of it, I do think it is underrated.
Oh, the Lakers didn't care about this. Now, before we let you go, George, Kawhi Leonard, he declined his player option. He now becomes an unrestricted free agent. Even if he does re-sign with the Clippers, has his window passed to win an NBA championship with the Clippers? Is that overrated, under, or properly rated?
Oh, I would say overrated. Look, Steve Ballmer is the richest owner in sports. And there's a salary cap or, a soft cap in the NBA. But I don't think that the Clippers are not going to be competitive for lack of spending, right? That is going to be the thing that Ballmer is going to be willing to do. They're going into a new arena in 2025. Kawhi is the centerpiece of all of this. Look, Kawhi may not even play much next season, if at all, because of the timing of this particular injury and how the season plans to start on a more normal timeline. But much like Kevin Durant signed a max contract offer from the Brooklyn Nets while being injured, I feel like Kawhi will get that from anybody, but I do believe it'll be with the Clippers. And I think when he comes back, his injury isn't as drastic as Durant's was with the Achilles. I still feel confident Kawhi Leonard can still be Kawhi Leonard moving forward. And as long as Ballmer's still the owner and Lawrence Frank is running that front office, I feel confident they'll put a championship level type team around him.
There you have it. George Sedano, the rating game. Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.